Hey guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Drains Plus. Today we have a backed up bathroom and pretty epic work view. Gonna try to beat this storm. There's two bathrooms, all the other stuff's on that side of the house. It's just this, it's plumbed pretty goofy. I'll take some pictures and show you down what's going on underneath. But for now, I wanna see, got another camera going. I'm just watching the water in the tub, or in the shower pan. Hopefully we'll see, there's standing water. So hopefully we can hear it from up here. Now we're about on something. Maybe this will be it right here. We can go home. Still hear a little bit of water. Through. Maybe we'll pull back a chunk of wet wipes or something too. I got the receiver bit on the end. I want to keep going. Just for a minute, I can still hear a little bit of water slushing around. Slushing, is that a word? At least if it's draining decent enough that we can get a blow-up bag down the toilet, then we should be able to blast it all through. But it's about 30 feet that way before it ties into the other line. So, while we got the cable, let's just go ahead and run it. I'm not sure if I had shown too, these steel dragons, the only thing holding them together, if you can see in there, there's a little tiny pin. They make a tool, but I've lost every one that I had, so just something small that can get in there and push that down, then it comes free. So, advantages and disadvantages to this machine, but it's really nice. My favorite vent machine. I need some solid core cable. This stuff's a little too flexible sometimes. Ooh, this is nice. So another snake tip, you don't want much more than this. Like if you're out here and you push it, see what happens immediately? That's how you hurt yourself. So try to get as much cable as you're comfortable with. Like that's a lot more manageable. What that is, probably hitting another fitting that's not plumbed right. Alright. Well, I think that's, pull her back and see what it looks like. Break the cable up too after you've put so many winds in, because then it'll, if you keep pushing it, sometimes it'll just pop out in your face. Start over anyway. There's part of it. Those don't belong in the toilet. Let's see what else we got. They rent this house out too, so that's the problem with rentals. One of the problems. Gonna do a quick test run with this Milwaukee closet auger. I think there might be multiple clogs at this house. I just want to eliminate this one. Yeah, that's all I did. A couple things. These are nice because they have an additional 3 feet. You just have to lock the cable. Push this little button. Now we've got 3 more feet. That feels good.
That's what she said. Don't you dare.
Alright. And to close is just the opposite. Push that button. Okay, get the last bit out. I always like to have a towel right by because water keeps dripping out of these. They said that we had poked through that and it was draining good. We could try to put a blow-up bag in the toilet. I'm just concerned there's not much room for backup. You know, if water starts coming up, I'll go look in that crawl space real quick and just make sure. So we're down in the crawl space just to give a better idea. Right there is the vent coming down and it sweeps here. We've got the toilet there. It's dripping a little bit, the seal's not good underneath. And then it's shooting along. We could pull this clean out cover off if we wanted to get really nasty, but I don't. And I know for a fact that we went past, we had about 50 feet of cable before I got stuck. So this whole stretch is gonna be at least free. I really want to get a blow-up bag in here somewhere to try to push out what's left, but there's not really a good spot, and the shower pan is super shallow. All right, we'll go back upstairs. I just wanted to show you, if you can get underneath, a lot of times it's best to just check it out, make sure you've got a picture of where you're snaking. Yeah, like this is a santee on its side. You can't do that nowadays, and it's because you can't get a snake or a jet around the corner. Fortunately, we got ours around, but yeah, I still got a couple ideas. We'll go back up.
So is this all good for your YouTube channel?
Yeah, every job's a good job. As long as we get it fixed too, that's the other thing.
Yeah,
is
I know.
I'm just hoping that we don't have to have part of that replumbed, because they didn't set it up to be serviced at all. That's the only...
They didn't what?
Set it up to be serviced.
Oh, yeah.
That's the downside, is there's not really a good way to get anything in here, and I'm concerned that if we do fix it, that it might just happen again.
Yeah.
Because that pipe from here going up is backgraded just a tad, so there's always standing water, and that'll cause a bit of
Issues.
yeah, it just builds up, especially if you got guests flushing tampons down the toilet. That'll speed it up.
Oh, yeah. I get it. Just blows my mind.
I built this handy dandy setup with an add-a-tee and a hose adapter, so you can use any angle stop as long as it's 3/8. Sometimes you gotta get goofy if it's an old house or something. I'm gonna use this up to 2-inch blow-up bag, and hopefully a little pressure behind this can break it free. I've got an add-a-stop on top of the existing stop, so I can shut it down right away. And we're just going to want to make sure we keep an eye on this. Once it starts coming up, we're not going to have long where it's either going to break free or it won't. This is how I set up my blow-up bag. So there's an add-a-tee you can put on any stop. Sometimes the stops don't shut down. I've got the longest supply line going to the bag. And then I just turned it back on. See it blowing up. Now, there, it's coming back up here. I want just a tiny bit of water, and we're going to hit it with the air cannon now. It's definitely starting. So with this guy, it's got an adjustment here on the back. Always start low, you can go up from there. I'm just going to do about 15 psi. Alright, so that's going to fill up. You always want your mouth and eyes closed when you pull the trigger.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah. All right, 3, 2. Let's go up a hair more. Not backing up and not slowing now. We're moving something. Did we get it? Need a little bit more water than that to use this. There it goes, it's starting. Oh, there it goes. That's the sound we want to hear.
Yay.
I don't think we're gonna be able to get it to back up anymore. And I don't know how much time we bought you, is my only concern, but hopefully this will last a little while.
So at this point, we want to flow lots of water.
Lots of warm water preferably, and just in this bathroom.
So if we flush the toilet now, it won't come up the shower?
Let's find out, because we got water blasting right now. So I'm gonna shut this down and rehook up the toilet. All right, here it goes. We got one flush. I think we're good. I need to hook it back up though before we can flush again. Yeah, if we can't get a jetter, that's about the only thing I know how to do is poke a hole through it with the snake, try to blast it with this. When that wasn't working, I got a little nervous, but sometimes this cannon has just enough of a push that it'll nudge it. And then when there's water sitting, that all of it breaks free and kind of carries it out. All right, and before I make any more of a mess in your place, I think I'll start cleaning up some of it. Alright, here it goes.